Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke. And today we have Cathy presenting on this Wednesday, the 18th of February 2026, or the 2nd of January in the 14th year of Chongalguk. So thank you all for coming, and as always, let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Chanji Jampunimge, Chombe. Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
하전맨세 5. 천일급 주인 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 전산세계와 대산적 지산세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 5. Our family, the owner of Chongalguk, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and the physical world as subject and object partners by centering on true love.
Thank you. And I'd like to share again from Mother, we shouldn't forget Heavenly Parent in our daily life that she gave on the 1st of January 2014. We shouldn't forget Heavenly Parent in our daily life. During our earthly life, we should preserve the earth well, which Heavenly Parent, the Creator, made. What we need to focus on is outreach. We need to preserve well this beautiful world of creation in which our Heavenly Parent invested utmost effort by expanding the reach of our foundation. We, in becoming the owner, must take the lead in this. Those who have no sense of ownership for all things will fade away. We need to have true ownership. As we restore this nation and the world, let us not forget this for even a day, an hour, or even a minute until 2020. We need to become true filial sons and daughters and patriots who can offer results every month that will give our Heavenly Parent, the Creator, cause to trust us and be happy. Don't become people who just come and go. Become people who practice ownership and a sense of responsibility. These are words of blessing, promising a new start for the new year. Now is the time to offer results before heaven. Going forward, we use different methods from the ones you have used before. Be always focused and productive, and you will survive. More specifically, find creativity in your ability. Let's have a meaningful life of offering results before heaven. Arju. Thank you. And before we welcome up Cathy, I'd like to share a praise song, so please enjoy.
True Mother, we first, second, and third generation will become one, and we will be victorious.
羽ばたきゆこう天心という名の翼を広げ愛の祈りが明日を照らすように暗闇の中照らされた道しるべ今あなたのもとまで届くように約束はなすないのの時まで共に進もうとは今まであなたの苦労の涙が天使という名の翼になって不動の夢を私の夢へとつなげられますように共に進もう永遠に車両견내 바로
Yeah, and let's welcome up Cathy. Thank you.
All I can see is my face.
Yeah. Yeah, we can see that too.
My health was coming. We've got share screen.
We've got share screen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sort of
Really slow. It's a very old laptop.
yeah, I see. Yeah.
Gee, it's
What? Where did it come up?
no, it's things here. That's
Oh.
it's just
It says it's trying to start.
I'll just say something.
and when that stops going there, you can press that then screen come. That's just
I don't know what it's doing.
Hmm.
Can I do it with that?
I just go stop sharing. Oh, it won't even go stop sharing.
Can I
Yeah,
see?
it's
Mm.
We just have the message that it's trying to, well, it started screen sharing, but nothing's appearing.
Yeah. So you can't see anything there.
Looks like dropped out. Might have to try to get a different laptop or. Hmm. Like the whole connection, coming back, there you are. Is she back yet?
No, just her laptop. It's just old laptop, John, and it's just not loading.
Right,
I think I'll give her this laptop and she can just speak.
okay.
I mean, all I can suggest, Cathy, is you just use this laptop.
How do I do it?
Well, you can't show your PowerPoint though. That's the problem.
Oh, well, I'm just talk.
Talk, okay.
Unless you got a USB or something to quickly copy it over.
I don't know.
Complicated here.
Hmm.
You'll just have to shut this whole thing down. I think it's just not doing anything.
That's going to cut everything off. Oh,
Yeah, that's okay. Anyway, just use this laptop and talk to them.
Yeah.
I'll,
I'll try to do something with that.
I was going to try and get, I've got all the words and everything here. I'll just use that talk through there and read this.
Oh yeah, okay.
How do I do that? No.
Well, that even won't do anything either, Cathy. It's just seized completely.
Well, shut that down.
Okay, you just talk through here.
Okay. What am I going to say?
Ready?
What am I going to say?
That has to be shut down completely. Yeah.
You want to play another song, John?
Can do. All right. Oh. Another song. While we're waiting.
Do you want that song? Do you want that turned off?
Now this here, now you can read that now.
Yeah.
And speak on here.
He's going to play another song.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you ready to go? I can come back.
Do you want to do it? I've got to go into Zoom again.
How do you do
Yeah.
that?
It's just, okay, I'll just do that way. Can I read that and go on there?
You can.
Okay, I'll just read it.
I'll go out of here.
There you go there.
Okay, and then you just click on them, read it.
Yeah, how do I do that?
All right, just go there.
Okay. Okay, John, we're going to do,
Okay.
you won't see a screen shut at all.
That's all right.
It's okay.
I'll just show you a lovely face
Oh, no.
instead.
On Jeffrey's thing. Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, right.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay, good morning, everyone, and good morning. Today is the second day of the new year, and sorry about the mess up. I've just come back from looking after a friend up north, and I've been up there most of the time, and she actually passed away on Sunday morning. And I just came home last night to organise this, and I haven't organised it very well by the sounds of things. So my talk to them this morning was actually, we hear so many times the word responsibility. And it's basically how I was feeling towards responsibility, the word responsibility. And I love the word at the end of the prayer that John said today in Mother's prayer was, be productive in your creativity. That really struck me very, deeply. Each one of us is a unique individual. We've all got our own pathway to go. Nobody else can walk that path with us, walk it for us. We have to do that on our own. And the other thing that said was the end of the song was, let's go together forever. So the word responsibility has been coming up quite a lot. True Mother mentions it many times that we should fulfill our responsibility. And True Father also talked about it many times as well in his different talks. And the motto for the 13th year of Chonol Guk mentions responsibility as well. And that motto is our forever motto, as far as we know. And the most important thing Mother was saying was witnessing, witnessing, witnessing. And the witnessing you do with love. And also we should attend at least 4 of the great works each year. And this weekend is the first one for the works, is going to be on Friday, Saturday and Sunday, the great works. And there's many blessings that come through attending the great works. Also, we should complete our ancestor liberation and blessing, the 4 lines for each individual to 430 generations. Then after that, the 430 generations, they liberate our ancestors, right, I believe, right back to Adam and Eve. And that's the way that we can clear up the spirit world. Also to liberate central evil spirits. We've got at least 13 that they talk about, but Father says we've got 3,200 spirits within us. And recently there's a testimony from Tyler Hendricks on the Chonchumwan devotion that he said he's going to liberate the 3,200. So that's an enormous task to go through. And also for Tribal Messiah to at least bless 43 couples of our 430, and to witness to young people. Now, there were some Bible quotes that really touched my heart, and one of them was in Genesis 6:6. And it says, and the Lord regretted that he had made man on the earth, and he was grieved in his heart. When I read that many years ago, it just really hit my heart that God, we had caused so much heartache to God after he had prepared this most beautiful environment and all for us, and how he hadn't followed his ways at all, and how he was searching just for one person at that time. And that was just before he found Noah. And that verse was really very hard. And then the other one that really struck me was the story of Abraham, and impacted me when Abraham was asked to do the offerings and he fell asleep and he didn't cut the birds in half. And God said to him in Genesis 15:11, know of a surety that your descendants will be sojourners in a land that is not theirs, and will be slaves there, and they will be oppressed for 400 years. And as we know, when we read the Bible through history, we can see how through Jacob going into Egypt, Joseph going into Egypt, and then his family coming, and how they went through so many 400 years before Moses was able to take them out of Egypt. And I was thinking, my responsibility are those lists that I said before, liberate all my ancestors, do as much as I possibly can, because no way do I want my descendants to go through anything that, I don't want them to be oppressed in any way because of a fault of mine, that I didn't fulfill my responsibility. And I want to do as much as I can to relieve God's aching heart, and to also not leave a mess in any way for my descendants to clear up. Then I was reading one of the, as I've been away, I only took one book with me, and that was God's Will in the World, the speeches that Father put together when he was in Danbury prison. And one of them the one that I opened up randomly was God's Hope for Man, which he gave on the 20th of October, 1973. And it said, the most precious thing is love. And I'll just read it to you. If someone asks you, what is the most precious thing in your life? What will you answer? Some say power. Some would undoubtedly say money. Money is everything. Others would suggest wisdom or knowledge. Then are these elements, power, money, knowledge, the most important things in life? When we look into this question deeply, other thoughts emerge. We soon come to this conclusion that the most precious thing is love. Love is the most precious thing in life. We need one thing further, an ideal. These three elements, love, life, and an ideal, are not just precious and profound in value. They are the very thing that make our lives worth living. And I remember asking a friend, a person I just met, and I said, what's the most precious and most valuable thing that you have in your life? And the answer was my family. And I asked my mother the same question one time. And I said, Mum, what's the most precious thing you've got in your life? And she said, my family. And that made me really very happy, because in that family, it's where you build the love, and you learn all to love one another, and everything is in that family. Slide. Then also in the same book was the God's Will in the World, is a section on total indemnity, which was given on the 3rd of April, 1983, I think in Korea. What is the purpose of indemnity? It is for the sake of perfection, perfection of the self, perfection of the family, the clan, the nation, the world, and the cosmos. And what is the result of the perfection of the cosmos? The ultimate result is the liberation of God. And then under the heading, tradition of those who follow God's will. And this is Father speaking. Because I understood this, I have totally focused on pioneering the path of restoration through indemnity. My way of life has been to disregard the snow, the wind, or seasonal changes. My life can be summed up in one word: misery. I am walking a path which nobody except God can understand. When you pray sincerely about me in the will of God, you cannot help crying again and again. If you ask heaven, who am I? You will cry out, and a storm of tears will flow over your face. You will feel a pain in your heart, a pain which causes that kind of water to flow. But why is this? When you think of the path that true parents have gone, it's an incredible path that they have gone for the sake of all mankind, to make our lives much easier. And there's things that we'll never, ever know that true parents have gone through, especially when True Father, he put these speeches together when he was in Danbury. And at the moment, Mother is still in confinement. And we sincerely want her to come home soon, immediately. And originally, this is continuing Father's speech. Originally, I was supposed to stand in such a position, such a different position. If the Christian cultural sphere had welcomed me within 7 years, during my 30s, I could have returned the world to God's domain. The things I am teaching now did not begin recently. I started along this path by uncovering the very origin of this truth. I laid the foundation then and have been bringing accomplishments throughout my life until this point now, when I am teaching you these things. This is not just an abstract idea. I have actually done what I am teaching you now. I could not speak to you before I had done this, or you would be led into Satan's world. And then further on in the speech, it says, I'd highlighted it, and it says, there is no mistake in the principle. And I've got here the conclusion. I haven't been able to see all my notes. The most precious things that we've been given at the moment, Mother always says, is the Chonsham One, the Chonsham One. This is True Father's office, she keeps saying. And when you do that, when you attend Chonsham One, even like we're doing remotely in our own country, you see the many testimonies from the young people, from everyone who have been having dreams of Father and receiving messages from Father to help us to change ourselves and go forward. Because everything we're doing is to restore everything back to God, our Heavenly Parent, and offer everything there. True Father, he says, the gates are wide open and the righteous people will come. So if we call upon Father and work as we call upon Father, he doesn't have a physical body. He needs a physical body, and he will work through us if we are sincere, and the righteous people will come, as what he's saying. True Mother, and what does she say? She's saying, don't pray for me. Pray for your family. Pray for your nation. Pray for the world situation. Pray for God's will to be achieved. And move forward with spirit and truth. And educate the Korean people in the Han epic. We don't have to be in Korea to educate Koreans. There's many Koreans around the world, and we can educate them in that as well. because a lot of Koreans have come to different countries and settled there, and they're very religious people and want to know more. A lot of the people that I've met have been very, very heart-moving. And also there's the Hyojin, which is the residence of Hyojin, which has been renovated and done up, and they're holding workshops there now they've started from January, been holding workshops there. And True Mother went there and she was so impressed with such a beautiful place and a beautiful outlook that she named it Hyojin. And the workshop's been held there under the guidance of Hyojin to understand true parents more deeply and to resonate with them. And you hear so many beautiful testimonies from the people who are attending the workshops there. Also, Hyunjinam Daemonim have the ancestor workshops. They'll be working very hard this weekend with their great works, along with True Father, Hyojinam, and all the other people and our good ancestors in the spirit world. Jesus especially they'll all be working very hard this weekend as we liberate our ancestors or liberate people, etc., you know, what we're going to be doing and blessing them as well. And I found if I report each day what I'm going to be doing and say, look, I'm going to be going here, I'm going to be going there, I want to see this person, I want to see that person, and share about this, that, and the other, then I find that my day is much easier. And I find that the things that I wanted to do, they do happen. And then at the end of the day, just say thank you for all that you've done and how much I've appreciated the things. And thank them for the guidance and help they've given me through the day. And I find this is really, really very beautiful. And then heaven really wants for each one of us to fulfill our goals in life. And I think they all want us to do that. And we've been able to achieve these things very beautifully. I'll just give a little talk about what I've been doing just lately. Is a friend of mine. I've known her for nearly 60 years. Yeah. Her husband's father is my godfather. So I've known his side of the family ever since I was born, because when I was born, I was taken up to their farm. Our family went up to their farm and we spent many, many beautiful times on their farm growing up with them and the children, their family. Basically, when the men came back from the war, when my father came back from the Second World War and the men came back, there were no jobs in New Zealand. A lot of the women had taken on the jobs and it was very difficult for them. They had no help. They had no, what do you call it? Today you can go and get help from different sources. There was no help for these men, for their struggles that they'd gone through in the war. They had no way they could express it except to one. They never spoke to the different people about it. They spoke to one another. And I think that's when the RSA was such a beautiful place for them. And the RSA members were very good to all of us children. And all the men and their wives were our aunts and uncles. We always called them aunt or uncle something, or Mr. or Mrs. something, whatever their names, Mr. or Mrs. Jones or whatever. And they were able to tell us off. They were able to reprimand us and teach us the right ways. So we had many people who were able to show us a better way of life. And looking back, we had a very good way of life, but the men had no support. And they found that in talking with one another. and sharing their views, but they never discussed it in front of us children or other people. So my Uncle Jim, he was given a farm. Oh, I don't know how he got the farm. He had this farm, and all the men from the RSA, their wives and their children, we would all go up there and help with the haymaking and things like that. And all the parents did that. Us kids ran around doing all sorts of things. We had free things to do everything. And we had an enjoyable life together. And I've kept in touch with them all the way throughout my life. I went through England with them when when Ian and Jenny got married. They went to England, and later on I went to England and joined them. They had a dormobile. We went through Wales on the dormobile together. We used to go to the live productions at West End and see the live shows. And then after the show, we would go and have pancakes and syrup and something after the show. It was a very, very nice time together. And then they came back to New Zealand, I came back to New Zealand, and we still kept in touch all the way through. And it's taken the wife, Jenny, she developed cancer. And it took her a long time to ask me to come up and give her help. So since Christmas time, I've been going up and down, and helping her. And a couple of years ago, her husband was in hospital. And I took up a form for her, and she signed the form. I said, "Do you agree with these principles?" And she took the holy wine as well, while her husband was in the hospital, because we didn't think that actually he was going to survive. But actually he's come through. He is on a dialysis machine 3 times a week. So he's away Tuesday, Thursday and Saturdays from 10 o'clock in the morning till 6:30 at night. And I was up there looking after her during those times he was away and trying to arrange to have permanent support for her. And we had organized everything, and there's no way that she was going to go into a hospice. And we had the hospital bed, the wheelchair, the walker, everything was in the lounge. And last Saturday, the husband and I were up all night. We were up quite several times. She wasn't well at all. We were changing the sheets, changing her clothes 3 times within an hour and a half. And then I just thought, this is not good enough. I can't give her the care that she should be getting. I'm not professional enough to do this. And in the morning, she was in the bathroom, and I just said, "Look, I'm calling the ambulance." And she gave the okay. I couldn't do anything without her okay. And everything that we were doing up there was with her approval. We were sorting through things. She was lying in her bed or sitting in a chair, and she was telling me what to do, where to put things, who to give things to. She knew that the end was very near, and I was so grateful that she was able to be in the hospice for the last few hours of her life and be in a comfortable position. So I think it taught me a huge lesson to follow. I did everything according to what she wanted and how she wanted it. And this is what true parents want us to do. The way they've gone through such a difficult course. They know the way. They know everything. They've been through all this. And that if we follow their standards and their values and do what they have done, then miracles will happen. And they are happening. Do you listen to the testimonies given in the Chonshan One, the night vigils. There was a lady last night, she's been distant from the church for 24 years. And she just came to the Chonsham 1 prayer vigil, and just the tears that came forward. So God never forgets anyone, and there's a time and a place for each person, and that will be shown to us in our lives. So I just want to say thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. And that God and Spirit World are very much alive with us all, and they want the best for each one of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Cathy, for sharing. And yeah, we can, before we make comments or something, we can reflect on, I've got these other praise songs, so we can reflect and think as we listen to this. So I'll just bring it up and we can enjoy together.
Holy Mother and 참 어머님, 어머님께서도
Holy Mother and True Mother,
이대로는 자연을 떨리며 어머님을 향한 그림과 함께 찬양 올리겠습니다.
we offer this praise with a longing heart towards you.
차려. 결례. 바로.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Cathy, for sharing. A lot of things you said today also resonated and touched my heart as well. And yeah, an interesting thing, your father's life, a life of misery, but yet filled with love and hope and understanding God's heart and will, and the dilemma between responsibility and action, doing or not doing. And I was taken by the thought of no mistake. It's easy to think everything's a mistake, but that's sort of like uh, pushing the responsibility away. No mistake means it's not wrong. It's just it didn't happen the way that God planned. It didn't happen the way that Adam and Eve even expected. And so just those passages also you mentioned about regretted and grieved in his heart, and really not knowing doing or not doing really is up to us. That's whether we live a life that is full of joy, or a life that's full of misery. I think they're the same. If it's centered on the true love of God, then yeah, I mean, and it always comes back to the family. We love our kids, we love our parents, and how much the family is together, united, because we have to do it together, and that's I think uh, for me the big challenge, how to do together, and yeah, because it's easy to get frustrated for me, because I like to have things happen orderly and quickly. And so I get frustrated when I have to wait for someone to catch up, or dawn on them, oh, that's what it means. And I'm thinking, well, yes, yeah, God has been hoping for us, to finally understand who we are and carry it out. We really are God's children, and it's time for us to accept the destiny that's before us and choose to do it. And that destiny is to become true parents ourselves. Our true parents don't want to be alone. They want the entire family of humanity, to be where they are, and that is in total oneness with our heavenly parent. So I think we really do need to make our life worth living, and having love and life and the ideal clearly represented in every action that we do, really is the way in which we can make God happy or liberate God, however we want to describe it. God is just wanting us to finally become aware of what and just exactly who we are, and that is truly God's children. So yeah, anyway, so some of my thoughts this morning. So thank you, Cathy, for sharing. And if anyone else wants to make a comment, please do. Yeah. And thank you, Cathy, for always caring for so many people, especially when it's close to their time of entering the next world. I'm sure they are very happy for your presence and comfort during that time. Yeah.
It's been very interesting because Mother says, you know, witness to the young people, witness to the young people. And I was finding that quite difficult because a lot of the people I know are elderly, but what I'm doing with them, what I'm being able to do with the elderly people is talk about the 3 stages of life. And they have family, they have children and grandchildren, and through them I'm meeting their family and their grandchildren. And then I thought, well, how can I do tribal Messiah? Because my family don't really want to know. But I'm in a kind of a small town up north, and I'm coming to know all the people in that town. The neighbors have been wonderful. They pop, you know, I've been speaking with them, getting to know the neighbors, getting to know their friends. Um, I've got the title for me there is the angel. And I'm getting to know the people up in there. And one of her nephews has been saying to me, you know, God, something about heaven and hell, God created hell. I said, no way he did. We did that. So and then they say, oh, you've got to talk to this person, you've got to talk to that person. So it's been quite interesting, the amount of people that have come forward and want to help. Because the lady my friend Jenny, she was very, very well known in this town. She was with the AMP show, she was with the Garden Circle, she was in the brass band, you name it, she was part of everything. And so there's a lot of people that I've been meeting through that, and they've got young children, which has been very wonderful to meet them as well. So yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks, Cathy. It is time for us to offer our unison prayer, so I'll just bring up that screen. There we go. There it is. So let's pray together. Ju. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Cathy, for sharing. And I hope everyone has a great day and see you all again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Cathy.
You can say today.
Take care.
Thank you, Cathy.